What up? What up? What up, good people? It's been a minute. What up, D?
What's going on, B? Yeah, it's been almost a month.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, life has
Life's
been
definitely been lifing.
yeah, life. So I can do.
Well, what up, people? Good to see y'all again. We
Uh-huh.
back. Ghost V Network. We're actually back, but kind of behind. Um,
A tad behind.
yeah. So we knew we was gonna miss 1 week. So he was like, "All right, that's cool. We'll just double up and then keep it moving." And then doubling up just kept doubling up.
I okay. For full disclosure, guys, me and Tyrell are also in a basketball league. Okay, we
Yes.
also play on Sundays. So us being trying to get back and being active and getting back in shape, on top of like traveling to get to where we have to go for the games, the distance. Plus Saturday night we playing video games all night. I ain't gonna lie, the podcast has been it's a priority, but it's been more fun being more active the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But we promise we did not forget about you guys.
Yeah, definitely. So I say we back but behind because we gotta finish out the show Terminator Zero.
Yeah.
So last time we was on episode 5 and 6, and since then we got 7 and 8, and 8 was actually the end of the first season. Um I feel like we was pretty much on par with what was going on, but there could be some little catches to it, I'll say. So, how did you feel about these last 2 episodes?
All right. So fans go back and look at the Ghost feed. See, Tyrell said the father was going to die. He said that like on
Yes.
episode 2. Like he was
Yes.
absolutely right in the conclusion. But the father almost like knew he wanted to die to show Kiriko like the other side of humanity, which I still think is a really messed up way to have your kids see you die.
Right.
For pure intelligence to realize that there's a balance in human life and it's not as simple as the history puts it out to be. But then we also see we have Kiriko, which is a creation, and the father coming back in time and making his creation to avoid doomsday, that he thought the whole world was going to die and his kids were going to die. Well, you get rid of one bad thing, another bad thing comes around. And then we find out that Skynet, which is the Terminators, is really attached to his son in the low. As if
Yeah.
like his son was from it's like it's multiple timelines. You don't know what's really accurate, what's not, and what actually happened. But basically Skynet is the brother. I mean the son. He's actually like the mastermind behind that. That sent the
Right.
Terminator back to kill your pops
Right.
for
So,
making it's crazy.
that's the thing, though. So, all right. So it seems like we have a guaranteed storyline,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I should mix the two or not. But most of the time, when you have time travel in any show, movie, whatever, if you go back, if you change something,
Mm-hmm.
it changes in the future.
Yes.
So before, we have no idea how this timeline went. We don't know what happened, if Skynet was successful in exploding everything up or blowing everything up or not. We don't know if everything was just flowing
Mm-hmm.
and the son just ended up hating his pops.
Yeah.
So that's why he ended up being like the head of Skynet, or what? So did this time going back, did it change everything?
Well, I think in a sense, I'm not sure. We don't know what happened before. I guess the next season, there's definitely gonna be a season 2. We're gonna see more. I hope back flashes of the actual time travel. Like this time, we've seen the dad when he went back and how he went 2 different timelines and why he made the aide end up being almost the original person of his original creation and what
Right.
he wanted to do and how the adaptation happened and the evolution of his creation would happen. I still don't know. Iko is the girl who came back originally to protect. That whole where she got to where she was, I understand the war took place with Skynet. I understand what happened, But why was she chosen?
Right.
Because that still wasn't clear to me. But and also, I guess there's more Easter eggs for the future of what's going to happen. Overall, I definitely enjoyed the show. I'm not going to say a lot. It was 8 episodes, which I felt was like, at first I thought it was too short, but in hindsight, it's kind of perfect because it really kept dragging on. So you had your hills and valleys, you had your conclusion, and it's kind of make you want to have more, which is kind of what you want in the show. So 8 episodes. All right, I'll take a season 2. I'll check it out.
Right. So I was sitting there thinking, because like you said, like it's crazy. It was so much unlocked in that last episode.
Yeah.
Because was it who ended up being the mother to one of them, and it was like what?
So for the conclusion is the original aide that came back, Malcolm Lee came there and basically created and birthed the aide as like his first installment. That's what I got out of that. And then the actual people that he was with said he was crazy for creating this person. So he felt he could no longer be in that timeline. And they wanted to destroy that. So when he went back into another timeline, there's 2 different timelines this man's a part of now. So I don't know what about that.
I might have to go back and check out the last episode too, though, because I feel like if I remember correctly, the shorty that went back to try to save him at first is like his mom's.
So the mom's thing, that part is still kind of confusing me because
they say he was born in like the war.
Yes, so Malcolm, we both said originally he's not from this time period.
Right.
But we also said that every time you go in the future, the past is no longer, things change. It's never the same. So if you went back multiple times, is the storyline still like strong? Like, was that really still your mom's? Was that really still like you Ken? All we know is the current storyline that he's in is that he came from the timeline. He wanted to create something to avoid Doomsday. And then the Doomsday, he was successful in avoiding it. But you created another AI monster.
Right.
That the world has to deal with. And at the end of it, the AI monster you created is what's protecting Skynet from attacking again. So eventually Skynet's going to break through that. And eventually it's going to be a war, which we end up seeing later on. But then we also saw the oldest son being a little distant, acting like, yo, I don't even want to be around y'all. I'm not sure what's true. Basically, everything his pops told him was like a setup, a lie. He don't really know what was true, was not true. And he had a chance to hit AMP. He had a chance to shut it all down. But he
had the chance to let Skynet just run amok on
just do everything. But he chose not to.
That was a bombshell, though, that was dropped, though. Yeah. When the Terminator was like, yo, I'm not here to kill you. And he was like, you're basically the one that sent me back here and told me to let you do this because you was going to push the button.
Do you think he's going to push it? You think he's going to turn the knob?
Bro, I almost thought he was going to do it.
I did too.
I almost thought he was going to do it.
I ain't going to lie. I did too.
Like, all the stuff that was leading up to it and how he just felt so disrespected. I was like, yo, he's about to turn this button.
Bro, not only that, like, remember, the man was the Terminator was like kind of torturing him for the pops to open the door. Right. So the whole twist of him being a car, like, literally, like, you made it sound like this man was like a obstacle for you to get your masterpiece. I'm gonna just kill everybody. The whole time you were searching for these kids, but they had different objectives. So right. I'm kind of excited. I'm a little excited to see what happens. More curiosity than actually like, yo, it's gonna be a banger. I don't know what's gonna be a banger. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, hopefully they still get a decent amount of budget to keep on par. Because most of the time shows lose their budget second season and it looks totally different.
You know what's crazy though? Which hats off to Netflix. Whoever is now controlling their money or they're actually making season 1 has to be successful before you get a season 2.
Right.
And they're making the episodes shorter. I mean the season shorter. Yeah. Like if they're not getting the views right away, they're not putting the project out there for season 2.
Right.
This one, I hope they get that.
Yeah, Netflix is on point with this.
Yeah,
they're doing just enough to see if it hooks people, and just enough that if it doesn't, they're not losing too much.
That's a wrap. It's like one of those things like license. I got you for a year. After the year, certain amount of views. Nah, keep on going. Next project. Let's see what's next.
Right.
I like that. I do. I ain't gonna lie. Like now, like Rise and Impact, the show we gotta watch. I felt I would never have watched a show ever if it wasn't on Netflix. And it's anime, and then they had like maybe 6 episodes. But I know I watched it a lot, and then all of a sudden it says season 2 coming soon. I was like, that's probably based off viewership because I never even heard about this Joker. So yeah, Netflix, bring Terminator 0. Well, probably Terminator 1 next time, I guess. It won't be 0. But
overall, if they just add numbers to the end.
Overall, what you giving this series out of 5?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Okay, yeah. All right. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Why?
4.5 out of 5.
Why so high, my friend?
I just think I feel like they did it the right way to capture you. So it wasn't like, unfortunately, it wasn't like.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Leave it alone.
It wasn't like NK where they come in hot and heavy and then just die off.
Yes.
Like, I feel like they had a good enough storyline to where they didn't give you too much so that it wasn't going to be a season 2, but they didn't like leave you hanging to where it was like, all right, this is getting on my nerves. Like, it was just enough mystery to keep you watching. And like you said, like the story, like the graphics was dope on it too. I ain't even gonna lie.
Gosh, so serious. Okay. So fans, if you have not watched this, please go on Netflix while it's still there. Watch it out, Terminator. Subscribe to the podcast. Share with your friends.
You can't get out of that without.
Why can't I?
I like how you just tried to smooth over.
I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. The reason I give it a 4, I actually wanted more fight scenes. Like, I know the fight scenes they had. I wanted to be more. I love AI. I love robots. You know that, like mecha type stuff. Like episode, I think it was like 4. It was when they turned on actually being like the blue and the red light and how things are getting crazy in madness and showing how the world is. Next season, I need that globally. I need to see the impact of all that and us trying to, as humans, try to defend that. Because there are a lot of open-ended questions in this thing, like far as like, if you are the head of Skynet and you're a kid now, where's your path go now, knowing what your father created? Yeah. What do you do? Is she going to protect us forever, or is she going to go back to being her villainous ways? Like, she doesn't really have, what is she, like 3 in 1, mind, body, and spirit? Like, we don't really know. And then the evolution of Eco. Like, what is she going to be? Like, is she going to stay in this timeline? Because remember, the Pops told them the kids are the secret. Take them to a different time. The Pops said that to her. Is she going to do that? She's done it before. She's actually the original person. So I give it a 4 because it was very intriguing. But I want more. I want more.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see if they come out with a season 2.
I think it's going to.
I think so too. I hope it is, at least. I feel like it did do well enough to get a second season.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and see, people. Tell us what you think. Tell us how you like this series so far. And give it a rate. Give it a rate. We know it's not going to be an NK, so I'll just leave it at NK.
That should be like our new 0.
Yeah.
Like
So from NK to 5.
Jeez.
That's sad. But anyway, till next time, folks. We'll holla at y'all.
We out.
We out of here.